you notice a woman walking through the entrance. It's this old ass, ugly ass, bitch ass, mop wearing head ass. Boy, you look like you about to be bald in 3 days, head ass. Not 3 years, 3 days, head ass. You got Jennifer Lawrence's face, but you can't finish the rest of your body. Go back to the character creation video, head ass. How y'all doing? It's your boy JC, and welcome back to another Perfumare. How you doing? Shake my hand. I don't usually promote this. I should probably promote this more, but twitch.tv/Josh_crafts. I'm doing more streams. I think I'm going to be doing more homework streams. So if you guys want to see the inside of what I be doing for the most part of my week, when I'm not editing videos for you and not acting like a slave, pull through. Might do some IRL streams. Who knows? You'll get to know if you do pull through. I will say those VODs will be deleted because I usually like to listen to copyrighted music, and I'm probably gonna be streaming through my phone. Anyway, that's side note. But yeah, I don't know if we have anything to say. We're following Jules' route. Balcony says she likes apparently Laurent's fiance, which why? I mean, we were literally about to be, so if I don't even care. So we left at the choice base. So again, ride or die. Let's get it. Jewel turns sharp. Jesus, stop messing up my flow. Bruh. Jewel turns her sharp, pleading eyes on you and wilt under pressure. You will under. Jewel's body loses the pent up tension. She smiles at you even as Renee scoffs. But Sylvia, what Sylvia doesn't know won't hurt her. It's gonna hurt you. I already know how the writing goes. Besides, I'm as much part of this as nigga senpai is. That's the thing, she's right. And Renee has no other arguments on her side. With a clearly irritated huff, Renee stuffs her hand right side. I'm not picking my nose. Thought I'd let you know. Inside the pocket of her skirt. Oh, that's a skirt? That look like a gown. Fine, if you're certain. You just scared of her. Shut up. Now go suck on Laurent's knob. She looks far from pleased as she stares down Jewel, but she doesn't argue, knowing perhaps that she already lost. We are. Maybe by the car, I'll give you a ride. She storms out of the room, more likely on her way to inform Serene. Thank you. Jewel touched her fingers to yours. Stop touching me! I'll slap you. Stepping closer, once she noticed that her touch is not unwelcome. I know it's silly. I have a grim feeling about all of this. Shut up. We already went through this. You can't have grim feelings. Those don't exist in this world. Who can get you arrested faster than you can say jail time? You're not feeling particularly sure about it yourself. I am feeling sure. What's she gonna do? Nick me in the head? Oh, I just noticed her little flower design. Is that a flower design? Or you just let your niece say, oh, Crayola is fun. Like, no, it's not. Or you let that ugly man-child say Crayola is fun. If not, she gonna smack you up because she got nigga paws. I'm going with you, okay? She squeezes your hand, waiting for your response. Okay. You just hope you're not making a mistake. Taking her with you. Don't guilt trip me, gang. Get off of me. A road back to Al-Azhar takes a couple of days. Days you spend sleepless, staring through the window with unseeing eyes. You try not to even overthink the possibilities, the dangerous scenarios that haunt your mind. I mean, I guess it's human to be afraid because you know the severity of your situation. I understand, but don't ever touch me again, gang. Jewel holds onto you a little too tightly, but the pressure of god dang, bro, what is this, spiritual pressure? The pressure of her hands on your arm is well needed, comforting reassurance. We're here. You don't need her to tell you that. You know where you are. The lingering stench of a burnt body and decay is heavy, even from 2 blocks away. God dang. Renee stays in her car far enough from the warehouse that she won't raise any suspicion, and you and Jewel cross the rest of the way on foot. And though the sun is still descending, when you exit the car, by the time you reach the meeting spot, it's already dark. Okay. You slip into the warehouse unseen. The smell of dust and decay is stronger inside, clinging to the old walls and dirty floor. But the flower, ooh, Josh, you're gonna have to edit all of this. I am sorry to make your job. Bruh. The air is devoid of any lingering emotions. I gotta edit this on Sunday, goddamn. I'm talking to me in the future, because I usually record these on Fridays. The metallic odor of rust swallows everything. Jewel's grip on your arm falters as she takes in sight. Bro, why don't you use that grip on Sylvia? Give her the pause, bruh. The interior doesn't help you recall any memories from the night of Victor's murder, though you hope that would You've been in this place a couple of times before you decided to call a meeting here. Close to the outskirts, but remote enough that nobody would find it if they weren't specifically told where to go. At the time, it seemed like a safest place, but the chalk-drawn outline of Victor's body on the ground paints a different picture. She's getting ready, so you should have never wore this. This is not battle prepared. All you wanted to do was finalize a deal. Victor knew what he was getting into. Still, you can't help but feel. Stop trying. Guilty, resentful. Hold on, what is resentful? Out of all the words I know, I don't know resentful. Really, dumb nigga? Feeling or expressing bitterness and or indignation at having been treated unfeeling. I've been feeling resentful then. Anyway, yeah, I'm just mad. I ain't feeling guilty about nothing, nigga. I'm a savage. What's up? Victor had it coming. He had to know that eventually this unnecessary babbling will end up getting him in trouble. Man, he's just dead. We don't need to talk about the dead. You just didn't expect to be dragged down with him when that crap hit the fan. She doesn't appear to believe your reassurance, but even so, she doesn't question it. She sighs. Come, let's get this over with. Joe leads you into the middle of a warehouse, far enough from the burn truck to filter out the overwhelming odor of petrol, and then with a quick peck to your cheek, she lets go of you. Stop treating me like a kid, she mutters, taking a step back. It's hard to say in the partial shadow, but you swear her face is red. You can't make sure of it, because as soon as she is out of your space, she finds a hiding place, plastering herself to the large pillar, melting with the darkness. From here, it's impossible to distinguish the outlines of her body. To an onlooker, you'll be the only person inside the warehouse, which is just as well seen as less than 10 minutes later, you notice a woman walking through the entrance. It's this old ass, ugly ass, bitch ass, mop wearing head ass. Boy, you look like you about to be bald in 3 days, head ass. Not 3 years, 3 days, head ass. You got Jennifer Lawrence's face, but you can't finish the rest of your body. Go back to the character creation video, head ass. I gotta wear a white hood on the 1st of February. Oh, I celebrate January 6th, built wearing head ass, bruh. You look like you wear the slave master clothes. Get out of my face. I don't know why I went into roast mode, or my inner Georgian is hitting me. Wearing a dress so white, she's standing out amidst the dark like a beacon. Light hair flows over the side of her face in soft waves. When she spots you, her expression doesn't betray her thoughts, nor does her scent. It's bland, lacking any emotion behind it. Miss Morin, I presume? Harper's voice is just as monotonous when she addresses you. That's not my last name. She knows who you are, at least. Yeah, because she's the head of the freaking SPD. Can we get over with this text? Stop acting smooth brain. Let's make one thing clear. If the SPD catches you, you are on your own. I won't be covering for you. Man, shut up. Cover these nuts. I'm about to put on your face. I wasn't expecting you to. Yeah, what's up? She tracks the entirety of the building with her eyes before coming closer to stand with you face to face. She doesn't notice Jewel, hidden as she's behind the pillar, skimming over the shadows, not lingering. She seems surprised, but it's only a slight raise of her eyebrows that tells you that. Her scent stays while sterile as it is when she arrived. Good. Then we understand each other, she mutters, though she sounds rather distracted. You see her take a deep breath through her nostrils, then exhale through her mouth. The stench doesn't even make her wince. You wanted to talk. Let's talk. The bluntness of your tone makes her finally focus on you. Yeah, eyes on me. She looks at you, or rather looks up and down, sizing you up. Man, I size you up any day. Your rack is trash. Your booty look like it needs to be constructed on. Maybe take some wood cutting class. Hard stiff booty head ass. What do you want to know about the people who killed Mr. Donegal? Straight to business, huh? Fine by you. Until now, I thought they were from the SPD. And you don't think that anymore? I'm not sure what to think. Her brow lowers in a way you might call a frown if it wasn't so poised. They weren't from the SPD. There's conviction in her words, sureness in the tone of her voice. But she doesn't offer any follow-up. She doesn't elaborate. Instead, she rakes her eyes over the room, shots a look over your shoulder before zeroing her attention back on you. You've come alone? You said, yes, I know what I said. She smiles, and not quite a smirk, but not a full grin either. She seems warm, sympathetic, but it's fake. You know, because you use the same one as for years. My informant brought me something interesting. A contract of a sort. She's evasive all of a sudden, mincing her words. Yes, what kind of contract? Man, get back on subject. I don't want to talk about the way you scam niggas. One settled between Donegal and an SPD agent named Rosaline Ivarez. Wait a minute, isn't that Rosaline from Ginger Girl? It's beginning to look like a lot like Christmas. You know, check out episode 10. Come on, stop being slow. An SPD agent, but she didn't say not that's going to help your case. What? Oh, she's using it. Don't move. Jewel is, though it seems no longer hidden. Ooh, the gun is out of your hand, pushed by strong invisible force. Let's go! Let's go! Come on, dude. It clatters to the floor, a thud so loud it tears through the bonds of... Ooh, Sylvia's allure on her. All right, take the pistol and blow her brains out. That wig gonna come off clean straight. She's gonna be looking like Mr. Clean in 3 seconds. You blink, that's all you can manage. Fiat, Chia. Man, stop. Nah, stop. Don't do some Dungeons & Dragons ultimate move. This is not Sunday on a relaxing evening. No, stop that. You ain't doing no anime move on me. This is real life. I'm about to blow the back of your head. Sylvia swears, facing a twisting and an ugly grimace. Maurice! She yells, her eyes never leaving Jules while you stand in your place, rooted on the spot, as though, wait, all right, we need to use our allure. How come we're not training our Perfumare? How come we're not doing that? She's on level 10 and we still on level 1. What? Y'all brought the Russian niggas. You know how these niggas are. Large burly man barrels through the door, hands clasped around his rifle. He got a... you've seen him before at the warehouse. He's one of the men you mistook for an SPD agent. He's just a mercenary by the look of it. Look at that, calling for help, weakling. By the look in his empty eyes, you can deduce that he's held under a thrall, just like you were not a moment ago. Nigga senpai! Your name on Jules' lips bring you back from your reverie from the past, blah, whatever. Run! She calls you, just like last time. Sudden deja vu has you stumbling a step in your haste to finally get away from Sylvia and from that man that strides towards you like a bulldozer. You jump back in time for a man to stand in the space between you and Sylvia like a human shield. It is clearly not the woman hoped for, but she screams, pushing him, urging him to capture you. The nigga has a freaking gun. Ain't he blasting? Maurice, de-engage. What does that mean? The downside of using a lure on unwilling participants. They are obedient but slow, like mindless zombies. Oh, so she could control it, Maurice. Case in point, the man moves, but it's a moot point. He takes a step in your direction, a single step. In the time he takes to get here, you're sprinting across the warehouse, catching Jules' hand as you run past her. Ooh. You catch Sylvia's last words yelled so loudly they echo in the vast space of the empty warehouse. You don't wait for the man's answer, nor do you care much to hear it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There's another curse. Then, but nothing but the sound of your breath as you run out of the building and down the street back in Renee's car. We're going to die. Man, stop. Boy, if you don't bring the blicky with this sticky on. Jules' voice is high, but she bursts out laughing and excuses. God dang, she is sadistic. What? You can't say that. She pulls you along, but she doesn't let you slow down for long enough to spare her glance. You rather... What is she... Let me see your wrist. Let me see how many cuts you've been doing recently. I gotta watch you like a dog. You barely hear your voice over the sound of sirens start to howl somewhere behind you. What? I said, would you rather I lied? Is this a critical choice? Hold on, let me make this save. Would you rather I lied? No? It'll probably be quick. Oh, I was about to say that hard-ass transition. You duck, slipping on the wet asphalt. By some miracle, managed to keep your balance. Come on, come on, come on! Jewel pulls you back to her feet, but all in all, drags you until you get your bearings. Take another turn and there. Thank fuck. Renee's car. Renee, if you don't step on it. Okay, y'all get in, get in. Go, Renee, go! What the? Go! Alright, duck your heads. Renee don't even gotta duck her head. That bit's gonna be 10 metal if they shoot her head. Cause I know she a robot. Man, you could do better with these gunshots. Shot rings, another. But none of them makes contact with the window. Car drives off with speed. Oh, see, we come out alive, brother. Shooting stops and so does the voices. What the fuck? That's how you know you love to know yourself. Get me to the next chapter. Chapter 5. This is way more active than Laurent's. Honestly, this is probably my favorite so far, because we in here. The car races well over the speed limit, but neither Jewel nor Renee seem to care. And you, at least of all, it means getting the hell away from this cocoons and their guns. Nobody speaks. Nobody dares to until these scattered mercenaries are nothing. They are trash. This nigga had a whole blicky out right in front of me and he doesn't do nothing until we start running. Like, bro, that is the typical... Y'all not about a killing. What the hell is going on? Renee gasps, eventually flooring the gas pedal and not slowing down even after the minions disappear behind you. You don't need a scent to tell you how scared she is. Not when you stop moving. Not when you can hear her swear. Not once, but twice in the span of seconds. You lost your job, that's what happened. Your employer wanted to kill us. Jewel responds flatly, with a voice much calmer. I did not say that calm. Yet still audibly shaky as she helps, bro, sentence this. As she helps you straighten yourself in the seat. Sylvia? No, dip. SPD, bro, come on. No, it has to be a misunderstanding. You niggas, money got you acting different. Like, she picks me so well. There's something distinctively vulnerable in the way she says it, as she desperately wants to believe in that explanation, and yet she's not able to. Oh, really? Jewel snaps, fastening her seatbelt with quick, sharp movements, which prompt you to do the same while she continues, voice raising with every word. It's rather hard to misunderstand a gun pointed at your head. But those people were her lackeys, Renee. Jewel sneers, balling her hand so tightly her knuckles turn white. Man, punch her in the face. Be careful, you're gonna be acting like John from RDC. What you waiting for? They attacked us on her order. The last specks of color drain from Renee's face. She swallows not once, twice before stuttering. She's built soft, bro. She can't even... Bro, forget about that job, bro. You could get a better one. 2, we up a war. Don't be built soft. Don't be built like a Robadoodle. Left in the water too long. Like... Why would she? And it was her at the warehouse. That shuts Renee instantly. She blinks, moving her eyes to meet yours in this rearview mirror. Nigga senpai? She looks at you, clearly expecting contradiction. Or maybe she was hoping that against all odds, there's another explanation for the mess you found yourself. But there isn't. She attempted to talk me into committing suicide. You start sounding more hollow and calm than you feel. Twice now, if you count the first time, back when her men killed Victor. Renee's soft lips part soundlessly. You can see how everything dawns on her. She believes you, though it's clear she doesn't want to. Did you know she's an allure? You ask, because you need to know. The small nod Renee gives you is enough. You answer, nigga, you don't. Oh my god, she knew that, but she didn't. Oh my. Focusing her attention back on the road, she takes a calming breath and lets it out with great difficulty. You remember then. Remember, the memories burn in your mind like a brand. The odor of burnt flesh nearly makes you throw up. Strangely enough, the reality of being an inch from death by a bullet to the head doesn't rattle you as half as much as the reappearance of your missing memory, the mirage of a woman enthralling you, leading you to your doom. It feels almost perverse to be killed by the same weapon you wield, and to think you'd almost give in, your hands lifting the makeshift noose, and if not for Jewel, your body would have been found alongside Victor the day after the half-burned abandoned in an empty warehouse, and no one would have ever known the truth. Yes, I remember. So do I. The weight of Jewel's palm. She's always touching me. Get off of me. I know we're lovers, but Jesus, chill. I think I'm seeing the same scene almost repeat itself. Jewel pauses, glancing away. She pursed her lips, clenching her teeth over the thin layer of skin, and the same nervous grimace you've seen on her face increasingly often lately. Yes, it's more than likely that it's some cue in the environment caused you to recall the blocked memory, no matter if it was done with Sylvia's influence or not. However, you can't just have amnesia out of nowhere, my nigga, so it has to be her freaking allure. Well, however that happened, you have your memory back. All for the good it does to you. It doesn't tell us much though. Grabbing the seatbelt, holding on tight as the car takes a sharp turn around the corner. She said it was nothing personal. I think she didn't even know me before seeing me at the warehouse. She was only there for Perfumare then. Then why would she destroy the cargo? Maybe to cast suspicion off herself? Frowning at Jules' words, Renee slides a trembling hand up her pale brow to brush her hair back behind her shoulders. When she speaks, her voice is soft, uncertain. You think she decided to only pretend that she came to arrest the dealers because she was seen? Why else? Renee takes a deep breath and holds it in, stalling herself before blurting out, what if it wasn't her? Ridiculous. Jules snorts. We saw her, Renee. Yes, you know what you saw. The woman who tried to kill you not once but twice now wore the same face. The same ugly ass Party City wig. Wait, could have been a shapeshifter? You know, I didn't think about that. We totally forgot about them niggas. She used a lure on us. Those things aren't at odds with one another, you know? Renee mutters, taking the disgruntled expression that settles on Jules' features before letting out a soft, oh, suppose you wouldn't. She straightens her seat, checking the view in the side mirrors to make sure the coast is clear before explaining. 5 tiers in shapeshifting can, with the proper training, mimic the abilities of other gifted individuals. Nigga, is this my codex? My flower, endearment, mana, mom. Okay. Fayette, cheer. Is this like French? Get out of my way. Yeah, that's right, take your time. Why would she say that in French? She's too pussy to say in her own, the language that we understand. This shapeshifter is trash. See, they don't even have this. Okay, they do. Okay, never mind. But they don't say the. No, that's impossible. Jules' right. If it was true, we'd have learned about it at the academy. Then again, perhaps there are a number of things they chose not to teach you. Did you even have a shapeshifter studying with you? You didn't you? Because they are rare enough that there's a special unit just for them. There's a separate unit for the 5s, as well as depending on their affliction. They are evaluated correctly, but that doesn't mean there's something to hide. So the thing is, if they're shape-shifting, why would they want to hide evidence? You know what I mean? Because then they can just be like, yo, she did it, and put the blame on Sylvia. And how would you know? You're giftless. Dang. She said you quirkless, but doesn't offer rebuttal. She doesn't even protest. She could have knowledge. She don't have to have a gift. No, she work at the facility. By the time the aroma salt reaches your nose, it's too late to take your words back. She would. Jewel exhales, smiling thinly. Her mother was one. Oh, had no idea. She was a 5, just like you. Renee says, keeping her head bowed. Her voice is tight, broken, dry as her scent. She refused to join the government, and they took away her gift. With a collar, the same one used on common criminals, more of a brand than a shame than anything, since a Nora chip is what really blocks the affliction. I forgot it wasn't common knowledge. The corner of Renee's mouth rises and falls in a pointless attempt at washing the pain off her face. But it is possible that the person you saw was in fact an imposter. Renee, I know you want to believe in Sylvia's innocence. That such a thing could be possible after witnessing a group of mercenaries chasing your car down the road, guns cocked, ready to kill. But she has to be involved in this. You have to agree with Jewel here. It's more than impossible that somebody's using a respected member of the government, the chairwoman at that, to put the blame for the crimes on the agency, but she's the one who chose the location for the meeting. She specifically wanted me to arrive alone. See, if we didn't pick, we would have died by herself without Jewel. Exactly. So she either sent a shapeshifter in her stead, or was it her alone? And neither of those scenarios put her in a good light. Renee's face falls. Both her expression and scent waver between grief and anger, so thick you could taste them in your mouth, resting like fine powder on the tip of your tongue, acrimonious and harsh. We need to contact the SPD. Are you joking? Joel's mouth falls open in a mute surprise. Even if we weren't already on the wrong side on the law, our word against Sylvia means absolutely nothing. You of all people should know that. Renee's entire being screams of shame. The bitter and sulfuric undertones of her scent are hard to swallow. At least the odor of misery is gone. I don't think so. She exhales a heavy, tired breath before muttering, "You're right. I'm sorry. I just can't believe she..." A loud sputtering stops her mid-sentence. The fuck? Car comes to a halt. 1 second and a next, and though Renee tries to crank the engine, it doesn't budge. Oh, snap. What's... The light dims all at once, and the car dies with a soft click. We're out of gas. Y'all not watching the... Y'all don't watch the tank? Bruh. Great. It's not the end of the world. Renee mumbles, calm as you please. Though her sentence always is a dead giveaway. You don't call her out on it. Watching as she pulls a cell phone out of the glove box. A sharp artificial sheen coming from the screen illuminates the interior, casting long shadows on Renee's worry-stricken face. Let me call the roadside assistance and... Oh? Seriously? There's no signal. Where are y'all at? You guess, watching Renee frown, her finger hovering over the buttons. There's no signal. She confirms, clutching the phone in one hand and using the other to massage her temples. A hint of annoyance mars Jewel's face, gone almost as soon as it appeared. The day just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? She sighs, half vexed and half defeated, breaking into a bemused laugh at the end of the sentence. Mouth hanging open as she watches Jewel undo her seatbelt in 2 quick jerks. Going to tow the car? Oh, yes, of course. Well, probably more push than actually tow. But you never been more grateful for Jewel's gift than you are now. How the frick is she gonna do that? She ain't freaking Padwin? What you finna do? Jewel pushes open the door with her elbow, holding it wider than when she sees you scramble after her. You could stay inside if you want. She's really trying to flex right now. That's cute. That's cute. She points at Renee, still nested at the driver's seat, fiddling with her phone in the vain hope of catching the signal, waving the device around. Won't it be harder for you though? One more person won't make a difference. Besides, you saying I'm lightweight? You look like you need a nap. Nah, hell nah. I'm a queen, but I ain't a Karen queen. Hold up, I'm gonna help you out. I don't think I'll be able to sleep. You lie, even as your fatigue weighs on your eyelids, tugging them down. And shut up, game. Your tired muscles spasm uselessly as though expecting you to get up and run in any minute now. But you are not sure if you could manage it, not with how heavy your limbs feel. We're in the middle of nowhere. Jewel's soft voice soothing. calling you gently, heady with a promise of sleep you struggle to resist. The closest motel I saw is about an hour on foot. At least I'll be in good company. A pallid moonlight accentuates every curve of her face, make it the smile that breaks out on her face sweeter, her eyes brighter as they fall on yours. Flatterer. She laughs, letting go of the side door so she could close it itself behind you. Once you're beside her, she turns her focus on the car, and you watch it rise above the ground. Impressive, huh? Man, let me see some movement. I'm just seeing your ugly face. I mean, your beautiful face. How is she? This must be weigh a toll on her. I knew you level 5 on your Perfumare. Jewel grins when she notices your eyes on her. You say, distracted by the ease with which she guides the car along the empty road as one would a toy, without lifting. You walk a couple steps in silence, Jewel with her attention fixed on the horizon and gazing around, jittery and restless. The road is clear. You see a car approaching miles away. The knowledge does nothing to calm your nerves, as the odor of decay and death is thick in your nose despite the heavy wind. You feel the ash sticking to your bare skin on your wrists, lingering persistently no matter how hard you scrub it with your nails. Nigga senpai? Jules frowns slightly, taking your hand, guiding it away. Man, always touching my hands. It reminds you of your first meeting, or what you thought were your first meeting back at your old place. She was unfamiliar. She was familiar, yes, but you couldn't gauge her reactions. You couldn't read her. She was an unknown, always has been, always close but somehow far away, out of your reach. Close off. You're similar in that respect. You realize both hiding secrets for the majority of your lives, both tense and wrung right tight. What's wrong? Are you scared? You didn't mean to ask. You didn't mean to answer a question with one of your own, and yet you did. The words are out in the open, hanging between you like a double-edged sword. The admission comes to her with ease, surprises both of you equally. She blinks, but doesn't turn away, doesn't evade your gaze. On the contrary, she looks straight at you, expressions pinched, terrified. She snorts an angry, pained sound easily lost in the vicious wind. I'm really terrified. Where's Renee in all of this? She repeats, though much lighter now, smiling as though to water down the meaning. It can't be easy for her to bear herself open like that. That's why you're not surprised when she turns the question around. And you? Are you scared? Yeah, be honest. How could you not be? You try to tamp down the terror that thins your blood and squeezes your throat so tightly that even a simple act of breathing becomes a chore. It was easier to deal with when the adrenaline still flowed through your veins, dueling your mind. But now the reality dawns on you, and you can't prevent the tremor that shakes your entire being, stilling your legs, rooting you in place. Hey, it's a sharp scent of salt protrudes the chill air, and it takes you to more breaths to understand your own tears you're tasting as you flicker your tongue over your bottom lip. Come here. You blink, feeling the embarrassed flush creep on your face. Excuses ready on your lips as you lift your eyes to meet Jules. Man, why are we crying? She should be crying in front of me. But it's not pity you see on her face as she pulls you closer, wrapping one arm around your shoulders, ignoring the way your fingers dig in her side to keep her from moving away. Of her body is paralyzing, and you lunge onto it with all the strength you can muster, seeping into your freezing bones until shaking ceases. You breathe out, listening to the steady stream of encouragement, soothing words of consolation you so desperately need. Then you breathe in the salt, the moisture, eyes glued ahead to the car, still going forward, uninterrupted. How far are we going? Are we going 5 miles per hour? What are we doing? The distance between you and the vehicle grows, and you know you have to move. Though it pains you, you step out of the Jules hold, muttering, choke, thank you, under your breath as you resume walking. Jules faster, so she catches up with you in no time. She doesn't speak, small mercy on her part. Your eyes burn against the cold breeze, but your breath slows down to a less agitated pace. The next gust of wind chills you to the bone, but you push through, as you always do. This time, for better or worse, you're not alone. You're freezing. Jewel tisks, stripping off her sweater and passing it to you. Here, take this. You accept the cardigan gladly, wrapping it over your shoulders. Keep stealing your things, you mutter, crossing your arms over the chest to keep the heat with you for a while longer before the cold wind steals it away. A wiry smile curls Jewel's lips. when she recalls the night so long ago when you slept on the roof with the red blanket draped over you like a shield against the chill. That's what friends are for. The friend zone? Her grin dims. She cocks her head, giving you a searching look. You can't say you're a most experienced person as far as friends are concerned. You did your best to keep yourself after all, and for the longest time, the closest you had to a friend was Reed. You and Jewel weren't always seen eye to eye, but you can't deny that you've grown close during the weeks you spent together, both on the road and the Institute. Alright, this is our version of something more. Is that what we are? Friends? For a moment, the only thing you hear is the rustle of leaves as a strong breeze whips past you, making you clutch Jewel's sweater even tighter. Sorry. Her scent is heavy over this art garment. Seep through the threads. It's strange, because ever since you can remember, she always smelled like a strong mix of various fragrances and coffee grounds. The con of working at a Perfumare shop, you suppose. But now, with any traces of residual aromas, you're sure it's the first time you've ever smelled her like this, raw and exposed. Her skin, the hint of lavender and cinnamon, like perfumes she started using a year ago or so. Particularly a scent that didn't suit her at all, but she insisted on using. The strong clogging redolence of bacon, apple, and cinnamon, like home, safety, and also like a passion so strong it can smooth her. The scent remarkably close to love. The truth strikes you like a lightning. Jules seems to almost as shocked as you are, but then she laughs. So you figure it out. I'm surprised it worked for as long as it did, and you're surprised it worked at all. But Jules' clever. If someone can find a way to trick your affliction into confusing a scent of emotion with artificial fragrance, it's her. Why would you know why. Alright guys, we're gonna stop it here. Alright, so we already making progress. Yeah man, this is interesting as usual. I don't know if I'm gonna say this is like my favorite route so far. I mean, I guess I can, but I mean, first of all, it feels a little shorter, at least getting to these certain moments. Maybe it's because I'm going by it fast, but yeah, we're already getting to these moments that I felt like it took a little bit longer to get with Laurent. Or maybe it's just because, we started halfway through the games, I would say, like, at the 3 route part, so maybe that's why it feels a little shorter. I don't know, actions right off bat on point. We had more interesting options how we can go with Jewel. I don't think we got to a point where it's like we found out that Sylvia is the killer and then we get away alive and then we have another chance. I don't know, we're not at the clear yet because we're not done with this. And apparently there's an extra chapter for each of the routes, I believe. So if we do the right choices, I think I'm doing the right choices. I'm not too sure. Now that we know what we need to do, I guess, and all the choices so far, if I don't get a good ending that's different from a neutral end, I'm just gonna go back and try those different options that I picked. But now that we know that, I feel like it's gonna be easier to proceed forward with this ending. Hopefully we get a good ending with Jewel. Other than that, I'm just excited. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next in the Perfumare story. I want to see what happens with Reed. I actually wonder, what's the canon route? Is there a canon route? Does it matter? Because I feel like every game has, like, when they have different routes, they have like a set route that, like, they'll get you to the true ending of Perfumare or the true ending of the game. You let me know your thoughts. Thank you for supporting Black Business as usual. Again, support Black Business. Want to pull through on the streams? Twitch.tv/Josh_. Homework streams kind of sound lit. I mean, the last homework stream was kind of funny, weird, was a vibe. If you want to chill with me, maybe you're doing homework, we can do homework together. Either way, stay blessed, keep your headspace strong, and I'm gonna see you when I see you. Peace.